Check in again now from the rainy Barcelona. By my side, Darren Bale, alias, or well, best known as Dubspeeka. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I'm not wet because I was obviously undercover, but yeah,
everybody
we've definitely had some rain here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was like a huge storm for 1 hour.
Yeah. You see, this is dangerous for you already.
Yeah.
Because English people always like, well, not probably me in particular, but English people always talk about the weather, you know?
Yeah.
You go to English like, oh, well, you know, what's the day like, you know? So you get mostly bad days in England, but when there's a sunny day, everybody goes crazy, you know? So barbecues out and like, you know.
Of course, like one times every 3-4 years.
Yeah, maybe.
When they have sun.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you know.
Yeah.
So that's, I think that's, we like this weather, but I think basically I brought the weather with me, you know.
It's like you're walking with a cloud.
Yeah. Dark cloud above my head. Yeah. That's my story. You know what I mean?
Story of my life. Okay.
I'm trying to get rid of that cloud, but it's tough, man. You know.
Oh, SoundCloud. That's a really good name.
Yeah.
We can work it out.
Cloud.
Okay, I want to talk about a bit, not about your influence, but you've been releasing on Drum Code, True Soul, Bedrock, and of course in all those labels you have like a big spectrum of genres. You have like Drum Code, it's like straight techno. When you go to Bedrock, it's more like progressive tech. How can you manage just to adjust yourself for that sound?
I mean, I don't try and do it. First of all, it's just that I write a real range of music styles, because there's a lot of styles and ranges that I like, you know, and for different places, you know. I mean, today, you know, we played in the afternoon on the terrace in here, and I really like these sets, and like, you know, it's not backroom set for me, but I always get drawn to these rooms in clubs. You know, you have the main room, but I find that most of the time, most of the good music I really enjoy are normally the smaller rooms off the side, you know. So I kind of take elements of both and try and, I suppose, mix it together.
Yeah.
You know. I think it's just because I produce a lot of music, and I don't want to get bored. I don't want to get stuck in some kind of, oh yeah, that's exactly what he does, you know. I like to build my set from an empty groove into maybe more of like a full-on like kind of more kind of techno thing, but I won't start with that, you know, because for me that would just get boring, you know. So I think my sets reflect what I write. I start quite, you know, musical, probably, you know, maybe, you know, which I love. I love the musical stuff.
If I'm not wrong, you start with drum and bass, right?
Yeah. Well, I used to.
Different alias.
Yeah. It's Koshin. A band called Koshin I used to write for.
I had a couple of hits.
Yeah, hits, and it was like, you know, vocals, and I was signed to a major label for quite a few years, and you know, done the tour bus, all that thing. Played live for quite a long time, and kind of got really bored of it. You know?
And how was for you, or what makes you like have the idea to take the decision just to come to this side?
Oh, well, because
I'm sorry, because it's not easy when things are going well.
I know,
when you're earning some money.
I know.
Just like, okay, so this is what I want.
I think it's a mentality, really. You know, you know. I mean, like I'd always listen to this music that I'm writing now, anyway. But I always had an idea of how the way I wanted to do it, you know. And it is hard. It is hard to stop something and then try something new. But for me, that's the challenge, you know. I like a good challenge, and I wanted to come into this scene as an unknown as well. Yeah. You know, when I got signed to all these labels and put out music, they didn't even really know what I'd done before, you know. Yeah. And it was only afterwards they found out, and it was quite nice actually, because they were kind of shocked, you know. It's like, you know, how can a guy that writes like a very successful drum and bass album, you know, with vocals and melody, like, you know, come and do this?
But do you think that if they knew who you was before, they will stigmatize you?
No.
Or no? If they did.
Yeah, maybe, and that's exactly what I didn't want.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why I didn't let anything when I started at Dubspeeka. All there weren't any photos of me at all. There was like just like this guy in a hood, you know, and like that was a press shot.
Yeah.
The press shot was a hood, you know, and like so it was like it was totally anonymous, which I think worked very well, you know. And I still, you know, I've been kind of dragged into like a press photo thing at the moment, whereas like I was quite happy to keep it anonymous.
Yeah.
For the longevity, really, you know. But you know, you look on most, you look on all the Beatport pictures, like, you know, and every DJ's got his face there, and he's like, hey, you know, here I am, you know. It's good. I'm like, fuck, man, that's so boring, you know. And like, I was quite happy with the hood, you know.
We're talking about this day party that you go one way or the other. I remember that you have like a huge fan base in Argentina, and you play in Bahrain.
Yeah, I've played in Argentina a couple of times now. Yeah.
And the sound that you play over there, it's more on the trippy kind of way. Do you read the people when you go to the club, or you have your idea of a set that you want to do and then you go straight forward?
Yeah, I don't. You know, I'd like to say I read the crowd and know what everybody's thinking, but I don't.
Okay.
I haven't got a clue what people are thinking. I just basically do what I want to do, you know. I take a vibe in, you know. So I'm not going to go in there and like, you know, go.
Yep.
You know, I evaluate the vibe for me, and then when I have that vibe, I kind of know what to play for me, which I think suits that vibe.
Yeah.
I don't really think of people, I think of an atmosphere, you know.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking about what I was going to play today, I wasn't thinking about who's going to be there.
Okay.
I was thinking about the place, the venue, the weather, and well, I wasn't thinking about the weather actually, but the weather worked well for me, like, you know.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, the good thing is that for everybody else it was horrible because it was raining, but for you have all the crowd packed.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think they enjoyed that as well. It brought more of an atmosphere to the table, you know. But
for me, epic. Like, do you remember that set when it was raining cats and dogs?
Yeah, God, yeah. I think people will definitely remember that actually, because it was really weird actually, because just before it started lightning and thundering, I had a couple of darker techno stuff to play, you know, and I dropped them and it worked really well. But hey, you know, that's just a flick of draw. But yeah, I try and think of atmospheres and venues and the situation that you're in, rather than try and, well, you know, you play a couple of tunes, people aren't reacting, oh no, maybe I'll switch styles. I can't switch styles that much now, you know. I do have pretty much a style that I go with, so it's difficult for me to, you know, I mean, if they're totally not into my music, I'm fucked, you know, do you know what I mean? But I don't read the crowd to say, oh, I'm going to start off and say, hey, maybe I better drop into some tech house and like.
Yeah, but for the last couple of years, you've been playing always as a main act. Do you miss or do you want to play warm up?
No. Yeah. I like the more warm up stuff really.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I don't think I'm a main.
But you are.
Yeah, but I suppose I don't class myself as that. So I like it when I'm playing in, just before people like Oliver and you know, these big acts and stuff, and I like to. That gives me the room to really trip it out, because I know they can't go away anywhere because they want to wait for the next guy, you know. So, you know, if I'm playing last and you know, and I go too far, I might lose the dance floor. So it's easier for me to test some real kind of stuff out, because they're not going to walk away because the next guy's playing,
just waiting for him.
So they're my fence, you know. They'll keep them in, you know what I mean? So
let's talk about a bit about Skeleton, your label.
Yeah.
What brings you to start your own label?
Oh, well, I mean, I started my own label really just to release my own music. That's simply all it was, you know. And I've neglected it a little bit. I haven't released any stuff on there for a while. I had an EP there on there last year, but now I'm gonna and I was signing quite a lot of, I was trying to sign kind of a lot of other music, you know, so but now I think I've got like maybe 2 acts that I'm gonna keep on working with, and then just keep it solely me, you know.
Okay.
I'm real try and build the label and try and build that sound, you know, which I've been off and done stuff with the labels. Now I need to, I think, come back and just, you know, concentrate on my own thing, really, you know.
But what do you prefer, to release in other labels that maybe they can bring you? Well, let's go to the strategic point of view, because to release in some other labels maybe can bring you new shows or showcases all around the world.
Yeah.
So it's like a dichotomy over there, right? So what do you prefer? Just to go to specific labels, just to get something in return somehow, or just to put all your horses?
No. I mean, like a lot of the labels. I mean, like for Adam's label and Sasha's label that I've released on. The only reason I've kind of sent them stuff is because they've sent me really nice feedback from my releases on other labels, and especially my own label. So I've just reached out and said, like, you know, well, I like your label too. Do you want to hear some stuff? And it's gone from there, really, you know. So, but there's probably 1 or 2 other labels that I love, and one's a new one just set up by some guys that I'm sending a lot of stuff to at the moment that they're playing. I really want to say who it is, but if I can lock that down, that would be very, very, very nice for me, very fulfilling, you know.
Okay, we're gonna know that, but on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, we'll know that next time I speak to you here, yeah? Next year, yeah?
Okay, so last question. What is coming on your near future?
Well, I have another EP on my label, Skeleton, and I got nothing else lined up because I'm holding everything for something else. So, yeah,
good.
So who knows? If it doesn't come out, I'll have lots of releases on my label, you know. So, but that's about it. That's about it. Yeah, I've got some nice gigs lined up. I've got a few festivals this year as well, and yeah. I'm trying not to do too many gigs either. Trying to keep it so it doesn't go silly, because otherwise it takes my concentration off in the studio, you know. Yeah. So I need to keep the heat up there. I need to keep that. I need to keep the tunes rolling in the studio, and I find every now and again, if I get a nice weekend off, it gives me that whole next week to really concentrate on, like, you know, to get the music sorted. Which, for me, you know, everything is about the music, you know. So, you know, you could do. I don't mind doing interviews, but you can do as many things as you want. But
yeah, of course,
everything stems from a good tune.
Do you think that you are successful? And what is success for you? Is to release on big labels? Is to play in big festivals?
Not really. I think, yeah, it's weird. Success is measured in a weird way, you know. I mean, like, when I was in the band, Koshin, you know, we had, you know, top 10 hits and stuff, and we're like, oh yeah, that's really successful. But like, I don't know. I think it's how you perceive it and how you nurture it within yourself. If you think it's a bit fake or a bit shitty, and success doesn't feel good, you know what I mean? If you do something that you really love and you can play like a half decent party, that's really successful, you know? Do you know what I mean? With the band, it was cool, but it wasn't like, there was a lot of stuff going on inside it. Just to parallel, there's a lot of stuff going on inside it that I wasn't into. So when the success came, I couldn't, there was a part of it I liked, but there was quite a lot of it that I didn't like, so it didn't seem successful to me, you know. It didn't feel like successful. So, but no, to be honest, I'm doing what I really love now, and yeah, I'm feeling well successful.
That is brilliant.
Only because, you know, playing a party like that and getting a nice reaction to the set, playing what you really want to play, and not really kind of hyping up to do something that you expect, that people expect, is nice. So for me, that's success.
Darren, thank you so much for your time.
See you going, yeah?
We will. Check in next time. See you. Bye. Please subscribe to our channels and check all the other things that we are doing. Yep, sounds fair. Bye. And if there's somebody that you want us to interview, please write us. And if you have their contact, it's even better. So, subscribe. Bye.